here in Omaha, Nebraska at the President's Day Classic Tournament. This is day 2 of pool play. Right now, we're in the pregame warm-ups. Both teams are out on the court warming up right now. The other team just completed their warm-up, and our Charge 16 American team's coming up to the line to just warm up now. Oklahoma Charge team did win their first game of today, the first game of pool play for the second day today. If you weren't here watching it live on YouTube, I'll give you a quick recap. In a commanding performance, Oklahoma Charge 16 America swept Lawrence Landshark 16 Blue in 2 sets during the President's Day Classic. The first set saw Oklahoma Charge take an early lead with strong plays from Kale and Lillian, securing a 25-18 victory. The second set continued the momentum with standout performances from Charlotte, Maddie, and Bethany, leading to a 25-17 win. Throughout the game, Charlotte showcased her skills with 3 kills and 3 blocks, while Lillian impressed with 6 kills. Maddie also made significant contributions with 4 kills and 2 blocks. Oklahoma Charge's cohesive teamwork and stellar individual performances secured them a well-deserved victory on day 2 of pool play. If you have not watched that first game from today, you may go back and watch it on our YouTube channel. It will be up for the foreseeable future. Again, this will be the second game of pool play for us, and we will be playing against Believe Volleyball Club 16Premier. Again, we're almost done with our pregame warm-up, and then both teams will touch hands and begin this matchup. And we're in the serving portion of the warm-up. I will have to guard my camera. And the warm-up being all over, both teams will line up to touch hands here in a moment. So we are not quite ready to begin this match. The match was scheduled to start at 6 p.m. We're actually starting a little bit early, which is a change of pace. Most of these games run long, and that makes us run long for the whole night. Our players are hyped up and ready to go. As you can see, dancing around in front of the camera. Look at that. And there they are, touching hands. As we get ready to start this match. Not sure who's going to serve it first. We did warm up second, so we may be the first one serving it up, but I am not 100% on that. And we are not serving it up first. It will be Team Believe over there, the volleyball club, 16Premier, serving it up first, and we will be on the serve-receive side. And on our court, the down ref has already verified the roster. So here's the first serve. There it is. Charge underneath it. Bumps it back up high, but it falls wide. Believe will get that first point and come up to the line to serve it up once again. Believe back at the line while Charge is up to serve receive. We bump it back over in one touch. They tip it down as the overpass is too tight to the net. Once again, Believe back up to the line to serve. Score 0-2. Charge yet to put a point on the board. They get that serve, put it up in the air. The attack puts it back over to Believe's territory, but the attack by number 7, Braylon Smith, picks up a kill as she goes off the hand of Believe and out of bounds. That's Charge's first point of the set. Number 8, Kale, coming up to the line to serve it up after she subs in for Maddie Factor. Scores now 1-2. Charge trailing by 1 point as number 8 prepares to serve it up. There's the serve. And they struggle a little bit, but they bump it back over the net. Charge right there to receive. Sets up high, goes for the attack. But Believe keeps it alive. Goes up, goes for the attack. Backcourt of Charge, keeps it up. Sets it up to the front and tips it over into Believe territory. Believe sets up once again. Goes for another attack. This time they find the floor in the backcourt of Charge territory. And Believe will pick up a point and come back up to the line to serve it up. Score is 1-3. Charge trailing by 2 points as we once again set back up to serve receive early in this first set of our second game of the day. Believe back up at the line, ready to serve it up. There's the serve. Charge gets underneath it. Goes for the attack at the net, but it does not make it over. It hits the top of the tape and rolls down and falls on our side. Charge getting called for the foretouch as the ball does not get touched by the Believe team before we touch it again. Scores now 1-4. Charge trailing by 3 early in this first set as Believe back up at the line to serve it up. And Charge sets the serve receive. There's the serve. Charge underneath it. Gets into the center. Sets up high. The attack puts it over the block. Believe gets underneath it. They try to keep it alive. Bumping it over, but they knock it out of bounds. And Charge will pick up the point and come back up to the line to serve it up. Number 1 subs in for number 4 to the barrel going out. And number 5, Charlotte, up to the line to serve it up for your Charge team. Scores 2-4. Charge trailing by 2 points. Charlotte puts it into play. And they shank it out of bounds. Charlotte picks up an ace with that serve. And will come back up to the line to serve it once again. That's number 5, picking up an ace on that last serve. Putting a point on the board. Charge now only trailing by 1. Scores 3-4 as number 5 puts it back into play. Believe gets underneath it, tips it at the net, but Charge right there to receive it, jump it up. But Believe is called for the net infraction as when they tipped it, they touched the top of the net. And Charge picks up another point, which will tie it up. Scores now 4-4 as number 5 back up to the line to serve it. And number 5 puts it back into play, serving it up. Believe gets underneath it. bumps it over the net, charges backcourt, gets it to the center. Center to the outside. The attack off the hands of all the Believe team and out of bounds. That's a kill for number 2, Lillian, picking up a point for your Charge team. Number 5, Charlotte back up to the line to serve it once again. And there's the serve. Number 5 puts it over the net. Believe right there. Sets up to their outside. Blocked by number 7 at the net. That's Braylon Smith with a block, picking up a point for your Charge team. Charge now leading by 2 points. Score 6-4. Charge in the lead by 2 as number 5 prepares to serve it up once again. There's the serve. Believe shanks it once again. They're not going to be able to recover that. Ace on the play. Another point on the board by number 5 with the ace on that last serve. Scores now 7-4. Charge in the lead by 3 points. Number 5 back up the line. And there's the serve. And once again, they struggle. Another ace. That's 2, maybe. Yes, 2 in a row. Possibly 3. I'm losing count over here. Charge in the lead by 3 points. 4 points. As number 5 comes back up to the line to serve it up. Score is 8-4. Charge leading by 4 points as number 5, Charlotte, puts the ball back into play. Believe gets underneath it, goes to the attack. Oh, tooled off the block, and Believe will pick up a point. Charge now leading by 3 points as they set back up to serve receive. Believe picking up a point on that last play with the kill that tooled off the block. Score is 8-5. Charge in the lead by 3 points as we set up to serve receive. Here's the serve by Believe, and it goes wide and out of bounds. Charge will pick up another point on the service error by Believe. Number 7 now coming up to the line to serve it up next for your Charge team. That is Braylon Smith serving it up for your Charge team. There's the serve. Believe underneath it. Bumps it up to the middle of the court and over the net. Charge picks it up. Sets up to the slide attack by number 1. Finds the floor in the back. That's a kill by Sam Chaffin with a slide attack. Charge puts another point on the board. Scores 10-5. Charge leading by 5 as 7 back up the line. There's the serve. That was another ace, finding the line in the backcourt. That one there, they just moved. They thought it was going to be out, but Charge picks up the point as it falls just inside the baseline. Number 7 back up to the line. Braylon Smith after picking up an ace on that last serve. Scores 11-5. They're leading by 6. Believe gets underneath it, goes to the attack. Charge off their fingers, and it falls to the middle of the court. Charge unable to dive for it. Believe puts another point on the board and regains the serve. Scores now 11-6. Charge for the lead by 5 as we once again set up to serve receive. There's the serve. Charge underneath it, tips it over the net. Believe struggles, gets it back over in one touch. He pushes it back over to this side of the net. Believe sets up, goes to the attack. Blocked by number 9. Strong block, picks up the point as she finds the floor. Keep denying Believe their attack. Number 2 coming up to the line to serve it up next. The next serve was Lillian with an ace as she puts it over the net and picks up another point for your Charge team. And that was a timeout on the court. Timeout on the court by Believe. Both teams go into the huddles. Charge only there for a second because they already seem to know what they're doing. No adjustments for Charge. Got 10 more seconds left on the timeout clock. Score is 13-6. Charge in the lead by 7 points as the timeout clock winds down and both teams come back out on the court. Number 2, Lillian, coming up to the line to serve it up. There's the serve, but called for the line infraction. She foot touched the line, therefore Believe will pick up the point. Scores 13-7 now. Charge still in the lead by 6 points as we set back up to serve receive. Believe puts the ball over the net for the serve. Charge gets underneath it, bumps it up to the backcourt. The attack off the hand of Believe, but they're able to keep it under control and going for their own backcourt attack. Unable to get it past the net. Charge puts another point on the board as Believe hits it into the net. Number 4 coming up to the line to serve it up. There's the serve by number 4, Addison Mann, putting it over the net. Believe setting it long and wide, and it goes out of bounds. Unable to get an attack on that. Charge puts another point on the board. Number 4 back up to the line to serve it up. That's Addison Mann for your Charge team. There's another serve. Believe gets underneath it, bumps it up high, goes for the attack from the backcourt. Charges the barrel, gets underneath it, gets it to the center. We go to the outside. The attack finds the floor. That's Maddie Factor with the kill, finding the floor in the backcourt of Believe territory. Number 4 coming back up to the line after we picked up a point with the kill by number 3. Once again, this is number 4, Addison Mann, back up at the line to serve it up once again as Charge leads by 9 points? I think we lead by 9 points. Yeah, 9 points. That's right. The attack at the net, number 5 with the kill, finding the floor in Believe territory at the sideline. Another point on the board. Charge now leading by 10 points. Score 17-7 as number 4, Addison Mann, back up the line to serve it up. There's the serve. This time the serve falls long. Believe will pick up a point on the service error by Charge and come back up to the line. Charge will set back up to serve receive as we lead by 9 points. Believe serving it up and Charge set to serve receive. There's the serve. Goes long and out of bounds. Charge will pick up a point on the serve right there on the service error by Believe. Once again, leading by 10, number 9, Bethany Whiting up the line now to serve it up for your Charge team as we lead by 10 points. There's the serve. Ooh, ace as it falls just inside the sideline. Nice placement by your Charge team. Score is 19-8 as number 9, Bethany Whiting, comes back up the line to serve it up after picking up an ace on her last serve. Another good serve, placement nice. They hit it too close to the net. Knocked down by number 7 to pick up another point. That's a kill by Braylon Smith, picking up the point for your Charge team. Number 9, Bethany Whiting, go back up to the line. Scores 20-8, Charge in the lead by 12 points. This time the serve unsuccessful. And Believe will pick up a point on the service error by Charge. Believe back up to the line to serve it up as we set up the serve receive. Charge leading by 11 points. There's the serve. Charge backcourt, gets underneath it. Bumps it up towards the front and bumps it over to Believe territory. Believe Volleyball Club sets it up high, goes for the attack, but unable to get it over the net. Believe is called for the foretouch as Charge did not even have to touch at that time. Number 3 subbing out for number 8 coming in. Number 8 will come to the line to serve it up. That's Kale serving it up for your Charge team as we lead by 12 points. 8 put it into play. Believe tries to get it up off the fingers of the blockers, but it's back. But it's in the backcourt of Charge territory. They go for attack from the outside. Believe gets underneath it. Goes for their own attack to the backcourt. Charge backcourt keeps it alive. Set to the middle. Tipped over the net. Believe struggles and jousts, but we get it on our side. We set up to the outside, or the right side this time, putting it over into Believe territory. Believe bumps it back over down the line, but Charge right there to receive it. Sets to the middle this time. The tip at the net does not make it over, though. It rolls down the tape and falls back to our side. And Charge once again called for the foretouch. Charge still in the lead by 11 points as we set back up to serve receive. Believe back up at the line to serve it up. Here's the serve by Believe Volleyball Club. Charge gets underneath it. Oh, no. Losing on the court. They're not able to get the ball back into play, and Believe puts a point on the board. Score is now 21-11. Charge still in the lead by 10 points. And there's the serve. They put it over the net. Believe picks up another point as Charge unable to get control and put it back into Believe territory. Believe back up at the line. Charge in the lead by 9 points. The barrel gets underneath it. We bump it up high in the air in the backcourt and bump it over to Believe territory. Believe Volleyball Club going for the attack. The attack falls out. What happened? I'm not sure what happened. It looks like the line just wasn't entirely sure if somebody on the Charge team touched it or not, and I don't believe there was any hands on the ball, but we'll see what they call before I put a point on either team's board. Score is 21-12 right now as they discuss what happened in the backcourt right there. Charge picking up the point right there as they called that out and not touched by any Charge team members. Number 5 back up the line to serve it up. There's the serve by number 5, Charlotte, putting it over the net. Believe going for the attack. Backcourt keeps it up in the air, though. Gets it to the center. We bump it over into Believe territory. Believe sets up. Goes for their own attack. The backcourt once again right there. Charge sets up. Go for the kill. Number 1. Picking up the point as it goes off the hand of a Believe Volleyball Club player and out of bounds. Score's now 23-12. Charge still in the lead. And there's the serve by Charlotte once again, putting it over the net. This time, pick it up, going long, I guess. And Believe Volleyball Club will pick up a point on the service error by Charge. Charge back, set up to serve, receive as we lead by 10. Believe Volleyball Club at the line, preparing to serve it up. There's the serve. Charge underneath it. Sets up. Going for the kill. Oh, it falls long out of bounds. And Believe Volleyball Club will put another point on the board. Score is now 23-14. Charge still in the lead by 9 points as Believe serves it up. Charge gets underneath it. Nice float serve, though. Bumps it up high to the right side. Who hits it over the net. Believe right there to receive. Going for their own attack. Goes off the hands of Charge. Charge backcourt. Unable to get their control of it. And Believe Volleyball Club puts another point on the board. Score is now 23-15. Charge in the lead by 8 points as we set back up to serve receive. Believe Volleyball Club putting it over the net. Charge right there. Sets up to the outside. The attack from the outside puts it into Believe territory. They once again go for the attack. We block it back down to their territory. They go for a backcourt attack that puts it back to our side. This time an attack from the right side to the midcourt, but Believe right there to receive it, bumping it back over the net. We quickly get it to the center, go to the outside, the attack down the line. Believe struggling, but able to get it under control and bump it back over to the backcourt of Charge territory. Once again, we get it to the center. The middle, tipping it over the block. That's number 1, Sam Chaffin, picking up a point with a tip that finds its way over the Believe Volleyball Club's block. Number 7, Braylon Smith now stepping up the line for a first match point attempt of the first set. Score is 24-15. Charge needing only one more to close this first set. They hit it over, and Charge picks up the point as Believe is called for the net infraction. Charge puts another point on the board, closing out that first set. 25-15. Charge winning it by 10 points. If you're watching at home, that'd be the first set of our second game of the day. We have some standout players from the first set who performed extremely well. That's Braylon Smith with 2 kills, 1 ace, and a block. Charlotte with 3 kills, 1 ace, and Sam Chaffin with 3 kills as well. Again, Charge won that first set by 10 points, and we will be serving it up first in the second set. Again, if you did not watch the first game today, it is up on the YouTube channel, and it was a great match. Charge performing extremely well, just like the first set of this one. If you don't already like and subscribe to the page, please do so. That way you can get notified whenever we go live with a game. Again, this is our second game of our second day of pool play in this 3-day President's Day Classic tournament in Omaha, Nebraska. We're actually in a suburb, Elkhorn, of Omaha. Both teams come back out on the court after the in-between sets ends, and we'll get ready to start this second set. Number 9, Bethany White Eagle will be coming to the line to serve it first for your Charge, Steve. As they verify, the down rep verifies the rosters for both teams. We get ready to begin. There's the whistle, getting ready to start, and number 9 puts the ball into play. Believe Volleyball Club underneath it, going for an attack, and they find the floor, putting the first point on the board for the second set. Believe Volleyball Club will step up the line to serve it up next. Score is 0-1, Charge trailing by 1 point, yet to put a point on the board in this second set. Believe Volleyball Club putting the ball over. Charge right there going for the attack, but they pick up the point as it goes off the hand of Believe Volleyball Club and out of bounds. Charge picks up the point with a kill by number, I think it was number 2, but I'm not 100%. I'm going to put it down, and number 8 coming up the line to serve it up next. That's Kale. They overpass, but we knock it down, and Volleyball Club, Believe Volleyball Club will pick up the point as we're called for the net infraction on that attack. Score is now 1-2, Charge trailing by 1 point as Believe Volleyball Club back up to the line to serve it up, and we set back up to serve receive. There's the serve. We go underneath it, bump it up high, and bump it over the net. Believe Volleyball Club underneath it as well, going for a bump over to the backcourt of Charge territory. Charge sets it up, goes to the attack at the net. Number 5, Charlotte picking up a point with a kill from the middle. Number 4 will come back up to the line to serve it up. That's Addison Mann serving it up for your Charge team. Good serve. They put it over the net. The backcourt picks it up and Believe puts it back to our side. The attack from the right side blocked it back to our side of the court, but we keep it alive. Going for another attack from the outside. Believe's bumping it up high and bumping it over the net. keeping it alive. Charge gets underneath it, goes for an attack from the outside, this time finding the floor in the back corner. Number 7, Braylon Smith with the kill. That puts another point on the board for your Charge team. Number 4, Addison Mann back up to the line to serve it up for your Charge team. Good serve. Believe hits it too close to the net. We tip it down, but they bump it back over in one touch. We go for an attack from the middle. Number 1, Sam Chaffin with the kill. Puts another point on the board for your Charge team. Now we lead by 2. Score is 4-2. Charge in the lead. Number 4 coming up to the line to serve it up for your Charge team. Good serve. And they shake it off, unable to get control of it. Ace by number 4, Addison Mann. Number 4, Addison Mann back up to the line to serve it up. Scores 5-2 as we lead by 3. Good serve. They get underneath and go for the attack. We bump it up high in the air, but unable to get it as it falls to the middle of Charge territory. Believe Volleyball Club puts another point on the board and will step back up to the line to serve it up. Charge set up to serve receive as we lead by 2. There's the serve. Charge underneath it. Bumps it up high and over the net. Volleyball Club right there going for an attack. Charge backcourt picks it up, gets it to the center, sets it out to the outside, puts it over the net to the backcourt of Believe territory. Believe goes for their own attack once again off the block, but it falls short, and Charge is unable to get underneath it and get it before it touches the floor. Believe Volleyball Club putting another point on the board. Charge now only leading by 1. Score is 5-4. There's the serve into the net. Charge picks up a point on the service error by Believe Volleyball Club. Score is now 6-4 as number 7, Braylon Smith, will step up to the line to serve it up. There's the serve. Oh no, unsuccessful as well. And Believe Volleyball Club will put another point on the board because of Charge's service error. Believe back up to the line to serve it up. Charge still in the lead by 1. Score is 6-5. There's the serve. Charge gets underneath it, bumps it over in one touch. They bump it back in one touch. Charge sets up and goes for the attack. Believe right there going for another attack from the same side. Charge gets it across the court and goes from the outside this time and puts it back to Believe territory. They tip it up over the block, but Charge keeps it up and pushes it back to Believe territory. Believe bumps it up high and goes for an attack to the backcourt of Charge territory this time. We get it to the center, go to the middle, and the attack finds its way long, falling just out of bounds. That will tie it up 6-6, and Believe Volleyball Club will step back up in line to serve it up. Put it back into play. Move it back and forth already. And they're going to go for an attack at the net. Charge blocks it back down. Number 1 with the block, putting it back into Believe territory. Picking up a point for your Charge team. Score is now 7-6. Charge once again in the lead by 1 point. Number 2 subbing out for number 6 coming in. That's Ava Smith coming to the line to serve it up. And number 8 subbing out for number 3 coming in. That's Maddie Factor coming up to the net. Number 6, Ava Smith, will be serving it up for your Charge team as we lead by 1. And a good serve. Believe struggling with it a little bit, but able to bump it back over to the backcourt of Charge territory. Charge sets it over to the outside. The attack by Maddie Factor blocked, but we keep it alive and recover it quickly, tipping it back over the net. Believe once again underneath it, putting it down the line. This time, Charge keeps it in play and puts it back over the net. Nice recovery by the Charge team. Believe once again going for attack, this time to the backcourt. Charge keeping it in their sights and pushing it over to Believe territory. Bump back over with one touch. Believe trying to keep it alive, but Charge putting it back over. Very scrappy moves there to get it back over to Believe territory. Believe puts it back over the net. Charge this time tips it down. Number 9, the setter, with a quick fill that finds the floor in Believe territory. Charge now leading by 2 points as number 6 will come back up to the line to serve it up. Scores 8-6 in the second set of our second match of the day. Ace on the serve, number 6, Ava Smith, finding the floor with her serve right in the middle of Believe territory. She'll come back up to the line after picking up an ace on that last serve, hoping to do it once more. Score is 9-6. Charge leading by 3 points. There's the serve. Believe gets underneath it, sets up to their outside, the block, but Charge ends up on Charge's side of the net. Charge keeps it alive and puts it back over to the backcourt of Believe. Believe once again attack from the middle this time to the back corner of Charge territory. Charge unable to get underneath it, and Believe will pick up another point. Score is now 9-7. Charge in the lead by 2 points. Believe back up to the line to serve it up. Charge set up to serve receive. You bump it up high and bump it over to Believe's backcourt. Backcourt and Believe side sets it up. Tries to go for a setter kill as well. The dump by the setter successful as Charge unable to get it back over the net. Scores now 9-8. Charge still the lead by 1 as we set back up to serve receive. There's a serve. Charge underneath it. Gets it to the center. Goes to the outside. The tip at the net. But Charge called for the foretouch as they say the other team did not get a hand on it as it went up to the net. That means Charge touched it 4 times before the other team did. And Believe comes back up to the net as it's all tied up 9-9. There's the serve. Oh no, Charge unable to get underneath it. Believe puts another point on the board and will come back up to the line. Charge now trailing by 1 point as Believe sets back up to serve it. Score is 9-10. Charge trailing by 1. There's a serve. Charge gets to the center. Goes to the right side. The attack puts it to the backcourt of Believe. They struggle a little bit, but they're able to get it back up over the net with a bump. Charge sets up to the middle of the attack. They knock it back down. The Charge is unable to dig it back up as they block it at the net, picking up another point. Score is now 9-11. Charge trailing by 2 as we set back up to serve receive in the second set. Believe Volleyball Club putting it back into service. Charge gets underneath it, goes to the right side attack over the net to the backcourt of Believe. Believe sets up, going for a middle attack, but it falls wide and Charge picking the point as it goes out of bounds. Charge coming back up to the line to serve it up. That's number 1, Sam Chaffin, stepping up to the line now. There's the serve. Believe Volleyball Club gets underneath it. Goes to the attack and hits the net. Charge! Very scrappy, keeping it up. That's Maddie Factor with her nice recovery right there. Dig. The attack at the net by number 3 as well. Gets it back into Believe territory. Believe bumps it over to the backcourt this time. Charge going for the dump quickly. They knock it back up, and it goes out of bounds. The quick dump by the setter, number 9, picks up another point as the other team knocks it out of bounds, out of control. Scores all tied up once again, 11-11 as number 1, Sam Chaffin, puts the serve back into play. Believe Volleyball Club gets underneath it, hits it to the backcourt. Charge bumps it up, gets to the center, goes to the outside, tipped over the net, and Believe cannot believe it as it finds the floor in fair territory. Score is now 12-11. Charge once again taking the lead. Number 1, Sam Chaffin back up to the line to serve it up as we lead by 1 point. There's the serve. Oh, and it falls long. That will tie us back up 12-12. Believe Volleyball Club will come back up to the line to serve it up. And Charge will set back up to serve receive. There's the serve, out of bounds. Charge will pick the point on the service error by Believe Volleyball Club. And number 9, Bethany White Eagle will come to the line to serve it up next for your Charge team as we lead by 1 point. About halfway through with this second set. As number 9 puts the ball back into play into the backcourt. They shank it up high. Can they get back control of it? They can. And Charge gets it on their side of the net, sets up to the right side. The attack forces its way through the seam of the block. Number 7, Braylon Smith with the kill right there, putting another point on the board. Number 9 back up to the line to serve it up. That's Bethany White Eagle coming back up to the line as we lead by 2 points. Score is 14-12. Nice placement once again. Believe Volleyball Club struggling to get it back over the net, but able to do so. Charge sets up to the middle this time, tips it over the block, and number 5 will pick up the point but Believe is also called for a net infraction. The Charge picks up that point. And the timeout by Believe on the court. Score is 15-12. Charge leading by 3 points as both teams go into their huddles. After the timeout concludes, Charge will come back up to the line, and number 9, Bethany Whitey, will resume serving it up. Again, this is the second set as we have 12 seconds left on that timeout clock. Charge team coming back out on the court, and the Believe Volleyball Club taking their time and using every second of this timeout. Timeout is now concluded, and we need the Believe team back out on the court. Again, score is 15-12. Charge in the lead by 3 points. Both teams back out on the court now. Charge ready to serve it up. Number 9, Bethany Whitey, go up the line. Nice serve. Backcourt picks it up in Believe territory. They set it up. Go for the attack. Backcourt struggled a little bit, but able to get it back over into fair play and over into Believe territory. Believe sets up to the middle of the attack. Goes wide. Out of bounds. Off the touch. No. Oh, no. Believe picks up that point as it's called off the hand of a Charge team member and out of bounds. Scores now 15-13. Charge still in the lead by 2 as Believe sets back up to serve it up. There's the serve. And it's so short that it hits the net. Charge picks up another point on the service error by Believe. And number 8, Kale, will be coming in to serve it up for your Charge team as we lead by 3 points. Score is 16-3. And they shank it wide and cannot get control of it. Charge will pick up another point, increasing their lead to 4 points now. Score 17-13 as number 8 will come back up to the line to serve it up. That's Kale, number 8 for your Charge team, preparing to serve it up. There's the serve. Unsuccessful. As Believe Volleyball Club will pick up a point on the service error by Charge. Score is 17-14. Charge leading by 3 points. Charge set up the serve receive right here. Believe putting the ball into play. Tips off the top of the tape. The Charge right there, getting it, putting it over to the outside. They block it at the net, and it goes to the backcourt and finds the floor. Charge unable to get control of it and put it back over the net. Believe puts another point on the board. Score is now 17-15. Charge in the lead by 2 still as we set back up to serve receive. There's the serve. Backcourt picks it up. It was a float serve, so they'll struggle. Can we get it back over into fair territory? We cannot, and Believe puts another point on the board. Score is now 17-16. Charge in the lead by just 1 point as we set back up to serve receive. Score is 17-16. Here comes the serve from Believe Volleyball Club. Charge backcourt, gets underneath it, bumps it up high, but uncontrolled, and it goes out of bounds. That will tie us up 17-17. Believe Volleyball Club back up to the line, and Charge set up to serve receive. Coming down to the wire, it is turning into a nail biter. Charge needs to get another point and get back under control of this game. And there's the serve. Charge backcourt. Good eye as they let it fly long and out of bounds. Charge picks up the point and the lead once again. Number 4 coming up the line to serve it up for your Charge team. There's the serve by Addison Mann, putting it over into Believe territory. Believe struggling, go for the attack. Charge keeping it up in the air in the backcourt and bumping it back over to Believe territory. Believe once again sets up, this time to the outside, going for the attack and finding the floor, tying it back up. Charge sets back up to serve receive as we're all tied up 18-18 as we approach the end of this second set. Charge gets underneath it, sets it over to the outside. The attack at the net, bounces off the tape and over the block, finds the floor in Believe territory. Charge puts another point on the board, scores now 19-18. Charge leading by 1 point as number 7, Braylon Smith, coming back up to the line to serve it up for your Charge team. Again, there's the serve by number 7. Nice serve. Believe Volleyball Club underneath it, going for the attack, but it falls long and out of bounds. Charge once again picking up the point as the ball flies out of bounds. Scores now 20-18. Charge in the lead as number 7, Braylon Smith, prepares to serve it up. A timeout by Believe Volleyball Club, 16Premier, and both teams will go to their huddles after the timeout concludes. Charge will come to the line to serve it up once again. That will be number 7 continuing to serve it up. Braylon Smith for your Charge team. About 15 seconds left on this timeout as Charge is back out on the court already. And the timeout has technically concluded. We're waiting for Believe Volleyball Club to come back out on the court. Number 7, Braylon Smith, ready to serve it up for your Charge team. And there's the serve by number 7, Braylon Smith, off the top of the tape, and it goes into Believe territory. They go for the attack, and the attack goes long and out of bounds. And it's called as a touch, but I'm not sure it was a touch because she said it's a touch. I don't think. I guess Believe will pick up that point. I don't think the up ref seen a touch, but the line judge called with their finger on top of the flag. I believe he asked her who touched it, and the line judge does not know who. But he's still giving it to Believe Volleyball Club for the point. I'll check the replay on that later, but I don't believe that was a touch by our team. But whatever. 20-19, Believe Volleyball Club puts it over to the backcourt of Charge area. We set up to the middle. The attack finds the floor. Sam Chaffin with the kill, making up for that erroneous call. Scores 21-19. Charge in the lead by 2 points as we once again come back up the line to serve it up. And that's number 3 coming in for number 2, and number 3 coming in for number 8, and number 2 coming in for number 6. Or number 2 going out, number 6 coming in. Oh, I'm getting this all backwards. And there's the serve by number 6, Ava Smith, putting it over the net. Believe Volleyball Club struggling, but bumps it back over to Charge territory. Charge sets up to the outside. The attack through the block. Number 3, Maddie Factor, putting a point on the board with the kill. Scores now 22-19. Charge in the lead by 3 points as number 6, Ava Smith, back up to the line to serve it up. And there's the serve by your Charge team. Oh, they touched it. Charge picks up the point. It would have been long, but Believe Volleyball Club touched it and let it hit the floor. Charge picks up an ace on the serve because they touched it before it went out. Scores 23-19. Number 6 putting it back into play. Believe Volleyball Club underneath it. Oh, tip down at the net. Number 9, Bethany White Eagle picking up the point right there with the kill. Number 6, Ava Smith, back up the line to serve it up once again for a first match point attempt of the second set. Scores 24-19 as number 6 serves it up. Nice serve. Believe Volleyball Club underneath it, hitting it back over the net. Backcourt getting it to the center quickly. We tipping it over the block from the middle. Believe Volleyball Club hitting it too close to the net. We knock it back down, but they're able to get back underneath it and put it back over to Charge territory. Charge tips it back over quickly. They knock it back over with a push. Charge once again dumps it down. Number 9, Bethany White Eagle with the dump that closes out that second set. Scores 25-19 final for that second set. And that will be the game. Your Charge team sweeps it in 2. Second set ended 25-19. Again, Charge wins their second match of the second day of pool play here at the President's Day Classic. Thank you for watching and being a fan. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Share with your friends and family. They might also like to see your athlete playing every game like this. Have a wonderful